Hello, beautiful souls. Deanna here, and I want to share with you this gorgeous mug that I'm having my matcha in. Isn't that beautiful? This was a gift given to me by a really beautiful woman that I met in the yoga studio in 100 Mile House at an event that we were at together. And the reason that she gifted this to me was she felt drawn to, and she felt like it was something that she needed to do. There wasn't really any logical explanation. I literally have a mug drawer that is overflowing with mugs. Yes, my mugs live in a drawer. It's a bit bizarre, but the mug drawer is overflowing. Hi, Karen. And this woman felt so drawn and called to give me this mug that she did. And now every single time that I sip my matcha from this mug, it reminds me of the love that we can create in the world when we're connected to each other. And that's a little bit of why I'm here right now. I just made this delicious hot matcha, and I was just gonna sit and contemplate and think about life and the things I'm doing in my life while I sip this matcha. When you're having your coffee, your tea, your meals, whatever it might be, please take time to sit and reflect as opposed to shovel it in your mouth. It makes a big difference for how your body can digest it. It also gives you a moment of peace and contemplation in your day. So while I was about to do that, I realized this feels like something that needs to be shared. This concept of having the courage to be unique. Now, a lot of you probably don't know my story or my history. If you haven't read it before, go ahead to go to deannadeacon.com, and in the menu, just go to the about me or something like that. Go ahead and click on that, and that'll tell you the story of my childhood, how I grew up, what happened throughout my adolescence, things that occurred that caused a lot of trauma in my life that then allowed me to step deeper into who I am today. But that being said, I've always felt like I don't fit in. Can anyone else relate to that feeling? I know that there's a few of you with me live, and those watching the replay, go ahead and comment in and let me know. Do you associate with that sensation of feeling like you don't actually fit in? Whether it be with your colleagues at work, with family members, with the friends that you surround yourself with, do you feel like there's an element of yourself that isn't necessarily readily accessible or accepted when you express this version or this part of yourself? This is how I felt growing up for the majority of my life, and I didn't understand it, and I'm fairly sensitive, and so it showed up in all of these different ways in my body of physical manifestation of pain, emotional pain, because I didn't know what it meant to fit in, to feel like I actually belonged. Pam, I see that you are with me, that you felt that before in your life. So the courage to be unique is it's something that I've been cultivating for years. And I have this sensation inside of me that desperately just wants to share, that wants to share my story, that wants to share my gifts, that wants to be in connection to others. And I know quite a few of you have it, but for whatever reason, mine keeps showing up in a way of being with other people and speaking verbally out loud and being on stages and hosting workshops and working with clients in this way. But each of us, I believe, have this desire inside of us to share our story. And when we share our story, it allows us to create connection with others. And in sharing our story, it allows us to realize that who we are and how we show up exactly as we are now is totally enough, because other people can relate to it. Because even if they've had a different experience, there's something within us, there's something within our story being shared that relates to another person's experience in their life. So in a sense, we all feel connected. Just like I said in the beginning with this mug, it creates that sense of connection, a sense of love and peace amongst people. And that's what we're desperately craving. So in order to have this courage to be unique, for me, this is the courage to show up as who you are. And if you've witnessed some of my videos before, you'll see me doing crazy things like dancing in the video, or I'll bring Dixie in, or I do all these random bizarre things. And if you know me personally and we've spent time together, I'm kind of quirky. I do funny things. I say random thoughts that come to mind. I show up in an interesting way for the average person. It's taken me a lifetime to feel comfortable to do so. I've always been a bit quirky, but it's been like, how can I adjust my quirks to fit in with this group or fit in with this group or feel accepted by these people that I'm around? And now it's more, how do I express myself? Like, how do I just let myself be? I just want to be who I am. And of course, there's still times when I'm struggled with this, or I struggle through this, but it's about showing up authentically as often as possible in order for me to show up in my uniqueness. And in doing so, there's people like yourself who are watching this video, who have reached out to me and shared that the things that I share, the way I show up, something about my energy is drawing you in, is making you feel inspired, is making you feel good. Now, I can't tell you why that is because I don't understand the full mechanics yet of how energy works, but I can tell you that it's a real thing. That when a human being shows up in their uniqueness, in their power, in their truth, in their authenticity, that's when we feel connected to them. That's when we're drawn to them. That's when we want more of them. That's when we feel good being around them. So, I'm sure a lot of you are in a place in your life where there's people in your life that maybe you need to spend time with them right now because it's based on work or other obligations. They're kind of downers. Can I say that? Yeah, I can say that. They're just people who are quick to jump into what is not right with the world, what is not okay, what doesn't feel good. Is this you? Go ahead and comment below if you're in a situation like this where there's some people in your life that it just is like a struggle to be with them because they're so negative. When you cultivate the courage to show up in your own uniqueness, to show up in your own authenticity, you have the ability to help people like that or situations like that begin to shift. So it's not your role or your job to go ahead and help that person see all the beauty necessarily in the world. You can just share your opinion, but it's not up to you to make their view of the world different. That's not your role. It's not your job. You have no control over that. They are living their own life. However, when you're true to yourself, when you show up as exactly who you are with no obligations, with no guards standing in the way, when you actually create connection with others, that shifts the energy of the entire experience. So someone who maybe used to always comment on how negative everything was, they might start feeling good around you. They might start feeling like they could actually ask your opinion of something, ask for some support, or share a different story. Or maybe some of the questions that you ask them from this authentic place is coming from, hey, what's your passion? Hey, how are your kids doing? Hey, what was that vacation like? What did you love the most about it? These types of questions just bring up our energy of joy, of excitement, of happiness, of freedom, of fun. And this is where we get to feel deeply connected to the joyous elements of life. So when I talk about the courage to be unique, it is about being an empowered woman or an empowered human being. It's about being a person who stands for what they believe in. It's about being a person who is willing to ask for what they need and being open to receive it within themselves. But ultimately, it's about spreading love and joy around the world. It's about putting yourself in situations where you get to feel connection to others. It's about allowing you to be present in the moment because the moment is all that we have. And knowing that within this element, within this realm of being present, that's where the joy lives. That's where the fun is. That's where the presence and the excitement comes from. I've been taught this from a young age from a very important person in my life who I would natter all day long about all the thoughts I had as a kid. And she would pause and point to something beautiful, a flower, a tree, the ocean, anything. And she would bring me into the present moment. And I'm so grateful for that experience because I need that on a regular basis. Because of that presence, I'm able to show up in my own uniqueness. And because of that uniqueness, I'm able to help others bring out and pull out their uniqueness. It's one of my gifts and it's one of my passions. There's something in my heart right now that just is so grateful for this space to be able to share this with you. And for some of you, this is a little bit of a different video than what I've shared in the past, which are usually a lot more woo! But I've really been sinking into how I show up and serve others and what that looks like. And right now, it's showing up as giving you the space and the permission to be you, to explore who you are, to invest your time and your energy and your money into you because you deserve it, because the world deserves you living as your highest expression, as your best self. And when you can live and show up in that way, that's when magic occurs. That's when incredible connections and conversations happen. That's when your relationship with your partner, with your coworkers, with your family, they start to transform. You feel accepted because you finally accept yourself. So for those of you who are with me right now, thank you for joining me. Go ahead and comment in and let me know your thoughts on this concept of having the courage to show up in your own uniqueness, the courage to be who you are regardless of what's going on in your external world, the courage to ask yourself the hard questions internally so that you can explore what it means to live as your highest self. And for those of you who maybe have not seen until the end of day today, which is today's Tuesday, I'm offering an end of year sale on all my one-to-one coaching packages. So I'm transitioning the way that I'm coaching in the new year. I'm formulating a new process right now, and it's going to be quite different. So for now, the way that I coach is very powerful, very beautiful. Anyone who's watching who's worked with me before, go ahead and comment below what it's like to work with me, what kind of magic occurs when we can actually create that space for you to showcase who you are and to see and accept and love yourself. But this one-to-one coaching program or this partnership is going to be on sale until the end of day today. So I'm giving you $500 off the program itself. Plus I'm going to give you a handful of bonuses, which I'm really excited to share, as well as this may be your last opportunity for a one-to-one coaching program with me. I can't say for sure what's occurring in the future. I leave it to my intuition to decide. But for now, I'm just going to put that out there. So if you're feeling called, if you know that you're ready for more one-to-one support to guide you, to hold you, to witness you, to love you, to help you step into this place of having the courage to own your uniqueness, send me a private message and just let me know. Let me know you're curious, that you want to explore it, and let's see what we can make happen for you. Terry, always so grateful for your messages. Thank you. They are so perfectly timed every time. Thank you, Terry. And I equate that to coming on live when I feel intuitively guided. As I mentioned in the very beginning, I got my matcha here. It's even going cold for you guys. Isn't that kind? Letting my matcha go cold. I felt intuitively guided to come and speak from my heart. And so that's what I've done. That's why I'm here. And Terry, I'm grateful for your support, for always showing up for me. Hey, we have 2 Terrys here. That's exciting. For showing up for me, for loving me, for witnessing me. I appreciate it. Thank you. And Diane, I can see that you're here with me too. And I just want you to know that I have so much love for you. So much from my heart right now. Love to each and every one of you. Thank you as always for joining me. I deeply appreciate it. And by the way, in a couple days, I'm flying to Costa Rica. Wow. Isn't that incredible? I'm going to be in Costa Rica soon, so it's going to be a lot quieter on social media from Deanna Deacon, because I'm going to be leading one of the most incredible retreats I've ever been on, because, well, I'm hosting it. This is my first international retreat, the first of many, I hope, and I'm really, really excited and looking forward to it. So I will be in Costa Rica by the end of this week, and I cannot wait for that. But until then, sending love to each and every one of you. Show up in your uniqueness today. The world deserves it.